Welcome to Free and Clear, where we try to take micro arguments in a short amount of time. Today, I'm talking to you about Ponzi schemes. That's right, Social Security. So many of you don't know this, but Social Security is what I think can be considered a Ponzi scheme. So what you believe happens is that Social Security takes money from your paycheck every pay period and then saves it for you and then gives it back to you when you retire, right? That's what a logical person would think. However, what they're really doing is they're taking your money now and giving it to people that are already retired. So there's no investing going on. So the premise is that when you retire, you're going to be paid out from the money that people are giving into the system at that time. So as you can see, that can be quite problematic. But first, let's talk about what is the definition of a Ponzi scheme. A Ponzi scheme is a form of fraud that lures investors and pays profits to earlier investors with funds from more recent investors. So the reason that's considered fraud is because the idea is when you're luring these investors, you're telling them, I'm going to take your money, I'm going to invest it and do something with it that's going to generate more income than what you gave me. If birth rates are getting lower, if more people are surviving for longer past the age of 65, then that means that you have more liabilities than you have income coming into the system. Social Security has a projected deficit that is going to continue to go in the negative, where it will eventually run out of funds. And I think that's the point you really need to remember. That I'm not talking about taking away Social Security in a vacuum. Social Security is going to go away, either by them having to reduce funds that they give out because there's not enough money, or they're going to have to raise taxes, or they're going to have to increase the age. But regardless of what happens, what's happening right now is currently unsustainable and will eventually force Americans to choose something else with the system, because they will not be able to pay out at the current rate that it's paying people out now, given future projections in population growth as well as future income projections. The problem is that Social Security is going to die. And the question is, do we want to do it with or without being prepared? So with that said, I would argue that we have to wean people off Social Security. We should allow people now to stop paying into the system when they know that the return on investment is going to be negative, or they're not going to get nearly as much money as they put in, let alone any investment on top of what they put in. And then for current and existing people, we should pay them what we promised we would pay them. I think that's the right thing to do. But leaving the system alone as it is a fool's game. That is not something that we're going to be able to continue to do in perpetuity. This problem won't solve itself. The reason people don't want to resolve this problem is because they don't understand how dire the situation is. It's incumbent upon us that understand how bad the situation is to inform others so that we actually want to change the system before it catastrophically collapses. That said, I hope you have a better understanding of what Social Security is really like, and you can help me convince other people that there really is a problem here that we can't ignore. With that, thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.